In November 2014, after turning 19 years old, I decided to enter my first ever bodybuilding competition. I didn't exactly know what I was doing at the time, as far as competing goes. I did my whole prep on my own, without a coach, and only going by Arnold's Encyclopedia of Modern Bodybuilding. I ended up taking 4th place in the junior division, and it's safe to say I caught the competition bug. The best part about competing for me, from a bodybuilding standpoint, is that you can see what and where you need to improve on the most. After the show, I did just that. I took a solid year off season and improved drastically before deciding to diet down and compete once again in May of 2016. After a long 18-week prep, I stepped back on stage 10 pounds heavier than the last show, and this time taking 1st in the junior division and 3rd in the heavyweight men's open, all while qualifying for the drug-tested Provincial Championships 4 weeks later in both categories.
If you guys want to go ahead and give a pose for the pictures, this is your time.
Okay, thank you guys. Now just the winner.
Number 3.
3 and 2 step off, and number 1. The man on the stage. One more time for your winner in junior men's. Come on, let's hear it out there.
After my win, I was more motivated than ever and continued to prep for another 4 weeks and jump into the drug-tested Provincial Championships. Here I placed 3rd in the heavyweight men's open once again, and also a controversial 3rd place finish in the junior men's. I did not look as good as I did 4 weeks prior, but a 2nd place finish seemed much more worthy. With my top 3 finish, however, I did also qualify for the drug-tested nationals next year. I wasn't particularly happy with my placing in this show, but this is all a part of bodybuilding. You never truly know what the judges are looking for on that day. You cannot dwell on your placings. You have to take it as a learning experience, and keep moving forward and keep progressing. And now that stands true to a good placing and also a placing you felt you didn't deserve. Bodybuilding is a growing and learning experience, and it's constant progression. I learned a lot about my body through competing. It just goes to show you the mental and spiritual gain that it gives you, and shows that there aren't many other things in this world that can give you what bodybuilding does. There's so much to gain from competing, not just physically, but more so mentally. It is these attributes that largely outweigh any trophy or title. The work ethic we obtain through this process can be applied to any other aspect of life. I especially learned through this process what and who are most important in my life, and not to take anything for granted. I am a bodybuilder and will always train and try to better myself and my physique, but bodybuilding also does not define me. Bodybuilding isn't everything. I like to do other things, I like to hang out with my friends, I like to spend time with my girlfriend, I like to play music, video games, I like to go to concerts and sporting events. Bodybuilding is my passion, but I try not to get lost in it. It is so easy for the sport to consume you, but as long as you set your priorities straight, and as long as you find some sort of balance, you should be able to find happiness within it. My plan moving forward is to take another long off season, focus on bodybuilding, focus on building my future, finishing school, and rebuilding my relationship with the people that I love, before beginning preparation for the 2017 Canadian Drug Tested Nationals. Whether or not I continue to compete after this show, or how far I end up going in the sport, is really all undecided at this point, and only time will tell.